Hi everyone, Bill here from Tech Talk with Bill, and welcome to the ServiceNow Developer full course. And if you've ever looked at ServiceNow development and you want to be one, and thought this could be a great career move, but you had no idea where to start, then this video is for you. So I created this because I built a course which I wish I had when I started building. It is a complete hands-on path that takes you from your first line of JavaScript all the way to designing a production grade AI ready applications. And I have created the entire course for free. And give me a next few minutes and I'll show you exactly what is inside, how it works, and why in the age of AI, the fundamentals is the one that matters more and not less. So first, a quick word on why you can trust me on this. I've been a developer and built systems for the past 15 years, and I'm a recognized ServiceNow MVP and reached the pinnacle of the ServiceNow certification, which is the Certified Technical Architect. I have passed the Certified Implementation Specialist exam 7 times and still learning and doing my further studies as a Harvard certified in strategy execution. But these credentials only matters because of what is behind them. I have spent years of actually building and reviewing ServiceNow solutions in the real world, specific in highly regulated industries like banking, enterprise portfolio management, and highly complex environments where the code has to genuinely work. So what you'll be learning is in theory, and this is the exact path I'll give someone which is sitting next to me and who would like to learn and wanted to do what I do best. And here's the path and the question which is built around it. If you can get an AI to write ServiceNow code for you, how do you actually know that the AI is basically correct? Does it run correctly? Not just by running a demo, which is basically working. And how can you verify that the AI work is right, safe, secure, and still standing a year from now? With the coming of the AI, the risk of cybersecurity has also risen. So as a developer who knows how to build code properly, you become the first line of defense. And I like you to hold that thought because your answer to it is the whole reason I have built this course. And here's what has changed. A couple of years ago, writing a script include or a business rule was the hard part. You had to know the syntax, the API, and the platform. And today, AI writes it for you in seconds. The script includes the GlideRecord queries, the whole REST integrations are all done instantly. And usually, it looks professional. So a lot of people concluded that it is good and you don't need to learn the technical part anymore. And that is basically walking backwards. When anyone can generate code, the rare thing is the valuable skill is no longer typing it. It is just judging it, knowing whether what has been generated is exactly correct. And that judgment is the one thing AI cannot hand you. This is still a skill that you have to earn, you have to build, and you have to learn it. Now, I'd like to tell you the trap. When you look at the code, you may seem that it looks right and is right are not two of the same things. And using the Now platform, the gap between them is where the production incidents basically live. I've reviewed a lot of AI generated ServiceNow code, and let me show you the 4 failures I see over and over. And every one of them runs fine in a demo, and every one of them is a problem waiting to happen, like a ticking time bomb. The first one is queries with no access control. The AI writes a plain glide record query and returns the records. Now, if you look at it, it looks fine, but it used glide record, not glide record secure. So it quietly ignores the ACLs. Now a user sees data, dot something, that they should never say. So it defies confidentiality, integrity, and availability. It's a security hole that passes every functional test. Now, second, a broken client callable script include the AI generates and adds an initialize function, a method to a script include that extends an abstract Ajax processor. It seems tidy, but that overrides the parent's constructor, the exact plumbing that makes getParameter basically work. Your GlideAjax call will now return a wrong parameter or an undefined, and a wrong structure and code. It will be hard to find, and you will have no idea where it came from. Now, third is synchronous server calls from the client. The AI reaches for GetX because it's simpler. It works on the AI's tiny test. In production, every user's browser freezes while it waits on the server. And this is a major catastrophe. This minor code needs to be established. Fourth is integrations with no error handling. A REST call with no status code check, a no try catch around JSON that basically parse the data. It is a one malform response, and the whole flow dies silently. And here is my point. If you don't understand the fundamentals, you can't even see these aspects which I was basically describing. The code looks great right up until it doesn't work anymore. So this course is about far more than learning to develop. Its real purpose is to make you AI ready. And I mean something very specific by that. Being AI ready is not about writing clever prompts. It's about becoming the person who can look at any generated code and fully understand instantly that the code is correct. Is it safe? And is it reliable? Without these foundations, the correctness of any AI build is a gamble. You cannot direct, review, or trust what you do not understand. So this course gives you exactly the judgment AI cannot supply. You go from hoping the code, which is basically correct, or just knowing that it is really correct. And that is the difference between shipping and shipping something that breaks. And this points to a gap I noticed years ago. ServiceNow certifies administrators, developers, implementation specialists, but there is no certification for a software architect, the person who designs systems that are correct, reusable, and safe to extend. That gap is exactly what breaks under AI assisted development. That's the gap this course is built to close. And I made it completely free and open, no paywall on these videos, the writing or the code, because the people who can review what AI produces are going to be the ones who will drive this journey. And I want these people to be you. So who this is for? And I built this for four kinds of people. And you're probably one of them. If you're new to ServiceNow and new to coding, you're in the right place. JavaScript is taught from the ground up. Nothing is basically assumed. If you're a ServiceNow admin moving toward development, you'll get a real scripting depth, plus the architecture layer that admins has never thought of. If you're a developer from another stack like .NET, Java, JavaScript, you'll map what you already know onto the Now platform quite quickly, then go deep where you see it's basically different. If you're an experienced ServiceNow developer, the back half of this course is the architect track the platform itself doesn't give you. It provides different starting points, same destination, someone who can build and also judge. And here's how we get there. We have built this in layers, and every layer earns to be the next. You never jump ahead to something you don't have the foundation for. And let me walk you through the entire modules because I want you to see the logic, not just a list. Now, on module 0 is getting started. You will have the ability and learn how to create and configure your own free personal developer instance. This is your real environment for everything that follows. Do not skip it. Now, on Module 1, JavaScript and Scripting Foundations, the language itself and the single most important concept for a ServiceNow developer. You will learn where does your code run? Is it the client or the server? You get that wrong and nothing else makes sense. Now the second module is all about client scripts, UI policies, and the catalog. How to shape the form the user actually touches, and when not to use a script at all. It is a rule of the thumb when to script and when not to script. By the end of this tree, you can script safely and you know exactly where your code executes. Now, in the third module, we go to server-side scripting. This is the heart of development. GlideSystem, business rules, and their timing, and GlideRecord. Doing a query, creating, updating records, and doing it the right way. Value returns a string, and when a business rule should run, and how to query with security in mind. Now, the fourth module is deep diving into script includes and GlideAjax. Now you stop repeating yourself. You package your logic into reusable script includes, and you build a bridge that lets a browser call the server safely. And I would say again, in the correct way, with no broken initialize, returning strings, and running asynchronously. By the end of these two, you can build and query on the server with real confidence. Now in Module 5, we look at architecture and design patterns. This is where developers become architects. Object-oriented design, the use of dependency injection, event-driven patterns, a service bus approach to reusable integrations. You stop copy-pasting and it gives you the ability to start designing. And not by accident, these are the exact properties that let an AI extend your application without breaking it. Now, in Module 6, integrations, security, and reliability, where REST is the right way in a scope app. Secure coding with global error handling. And this is how you build systems that survive in reaching out with the real world scenario. And by the end, you'll be able to design with patterns and you build things that don't fall over into production. And then you will be proving it. Module 7 is a capstone project, a complete layered application you build step by step. A repository layer, a gateway to an external service, a service layer, a controller using business rules, and a real error handling. Then you score your own against a rubric that we have created. And that same rubric is a reviewer would use. You don't just finish the course, you will be able to walk away with a production quality project you can open in an interview and walk them through, step by step and layer by layer. That's a portfolio piece, not a certificate that you can basically forget. And a few things that will make or break your experience. First, every topic is a video and a written lesson in the same place. I like you to watch, then read, then do hands on and build. Don't just watch. Watching feels like progress. Building is a progress. Now, second, everything runs in your own PDF, a real instance, real records, and real consequences. And that is the point. Now, third, when you get stuck, and you will, I'd like you to use the reference pages, a cheat sheet, the glossary I created, and the debugging guide, all built for exactly on those moments of doing a break fix. Learning to debug is learning to develop. And the one rule I'd like to repeat, don't skip Module 0, setting up your instance first, and every lesson after it just works. And two more things. If you're stuck on a specific lesson, ask in the comments on the lessons video, and that's where I'll be responding to you. And that is where also other learners will see the answer too. And when you finish the capstone, if you want your work to be genuinely reviewed and verified against a rubric, you can join as a channel member through the exam navigator. That's how you get real feedback from human, not a green checkmark from an AI. So here's what to do next. Open the welcome page, follow the path in order, build every single exercise in your own instance. The world is full of people who can now generate ServiceNow code. This course makes you the person who can tell whether that code is any good and fix it when it's not. The person is going to be in demand for a very long time. And I want you to stop hoping that your code is right. And as you go through this course, you will know that your code is working. And I want you to stop building and start building it the right way. I'll see you in Module 0.